For Vikings Nation, Michael Pierce was one of the big-time reasons why we were super optimistic about the potential of this Vikings defense. That is, before the season started anyway. He opted out of 2020, but with him returning, it's like, oh yeah, let's get after it. Let's see what this defense is all about. And after suffering an elbow injury last Sunday against the Browns, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was announced in the third quarter that he wouldn't return for the rest of the game. It's looking more and more likely that Pierce is going to be out for a while. So he's scheduled to have an MRI. The Vikings just signed today defensive tackle TJ Smith, albeit on the practice squad. But it doesn't look good. And for all the problems that this Vikings defense has, both against the run and against the pass, you can't really afford to lose any starters. That's surface level. But this is where I give Rick Spielman credit, is because this offseason, they signed Sheldon Richardson. Sheldon Richardson is a starter for just about most teams in the league. And with you also signing Dalvin Tomlinson this offseason, a natural nose tackle, but because of Michael Pierce, Dalvin Tomlinson, he has played 3-tech. We want Michael Pierce to get back healthy as quickly as possible. But for the meantime, if he's going to be out, the Vikings have been blessed with this situation to say, okay, we can move Dalvin Tomlinson to his natural position at nose tackle to fill in for Michael Pierce. And we can elevate Sheldon Richardson from the bench to starting 3-tech. Boom! Simplest solution. Mike Zimmer was asked about that. Hey, what do you think? Are you going to, with Michael Pierce being out, are you thinking about just moving Dalvin Tomlinson to nose and starting Sheldon Richardson at 3-tech? Mike Zimmer said, no, I don't think so. Because of course that's what he said. I hope people understand. Despite popular belief, I really don't want to be negative. I really don't. And some people, yes, you do this. You do it on purpose. All right, believe whatever you want. I try to be positive. At the same time, the Vikings are 1-3, so it's very little to be positive about. Besides that, the Vikings, they just continually loft up softballs for me. Why is it that the most common sense approach with this team, the Vikings go opposite? Hell, while we're at it, hey, if we're going to keep Sheldon Richardson on the bench and start Armon Watts at nose tackle, let's play Mason Cole at safety. Kirk Cousins, if Dalvin Cook is out for a while, Kirk Cousins, let him be the starting running back and have Sean Mannion be the starting quarterback to hand Kirk Cousins the ball. I just don't understand. But I will say, in Mike Zimmer's defense, in fact, the whole team's defense, this could be smoke and mirrors going up against the Detroit Lions on Sunday. If you remember, last offseason, not leading into the 2021 season, but the year before that, leading into the 2020 season, this was when Everson Griffin was no longer with the team. Andre Patterson said something along the lines of, listen, we are going to keep Danielle Hunter at left end. Just because Everson Griffin is gone doesn't mean we are going to move him to right end. This is where Danielle Hunter is comfortable at. So we are going to keep him there. Now, I was a big critic of that stance at the time. And of course, this is before we all became aware of the fact that Danielle Hunter was going to miss the entire 2020 season. But heading into this season, I referenced that quote from Andre Patterson a couple of times saying, okay, are they going to stand true by that? Because what if we're facing some all-world left tackles? Do you really want to have DJ Wanham faced up against those guys? That'd be stupid. But in the Vikings defense so far through this 2021 season, Danielle Hunter has been interchangeable. He's played both left and right ends. So good for them. So maybe this is all smoke and mirrors. Facing Detroit on Sunday, you're hosting them at home, US Bank Stadium. Maybe this is all just a ploy to say, hey, guess what? We're going to have Armon Watts be our starting nose tackle, and we're going to keep Dalvin Tomlinson at 3-tech. Wink, wink. But on the off chance that this is 100% accurate and this is what the Vikings are actually going to do for the potential long-term absence of Michael Pierce, then it's like, all right, Mike Zimmer, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get fired? Because I'm all for it. If that's the case, have at it, baby. Remains to be seen. The simplest solution, Dalvin, nose tackle, Sheldon Richardson, 3-tech. It's simple. It's common sense. Fucking do it. But it's the Vikings. It's the only team in the world that would wear hats for socks and boots for hats. Next video is tomorrow. We'll see you then.